Hey everyone, it's Jonathan here, founder of Driving Academy, and in today's video we're going to be discussing how can you get a CDL license while working a full-time job. Now if this is you, I know how frustrating this can actually be. You probably want to change your career but you're working full-time, and you're probably searching around a few different options out there and you can't really find something that fits your schedule because the schools that you're looking at are either like, hey, you have to come here on a full-time basis, which means 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And at that point you're thinking, hey, how can I actually go to school full time and still pay my bills because I'm working so I can pay my bills? I'm not 100% wealthy at this point in my life, so how am I going to handle all that stuff? And that is where this video is going to be able to help you out with all of that, right? Now, that being said, it's one thing to kind of go to training on a part-time basis, but all that's going to delay the entire process of you actually getting a CDL license. So you might still want to go through this process quicker and much more efficient. Because when you are working full-time, dealing with everyday lifestyles and trying to learn a new skill set, it's not going to be an easy thing to do. So if you did pick a school that actually has the flexibility that you need and can kind of facilitate at least 1 or 2 days or 1 or 2 classes a week for you, you can start picking up the momentum to kind of get going. But that being said, there's some other skills or other tricks that you should probably be aware of when it comes to doing this on a full-time basis. So the main thing that you really have to worry about is going to be planning your schedule. You're going to have to understand that you're going to go through a time period where you're going to have to sacrifice some things that you're normally used to. So for instance, if you like hanging out with the boys on Saturdays in the mornings or something like that, you might have to forego that for the next couple months or next couple weeks while you're going through the training program here. So in order to get someplace else, you have to give up something that you're currently doing now that's holding you back. So as long as you really are able to plan your schedule and really prioritize what you actually want to do and why you're doing what you're doing, it's going to make it a lot easier for you to make those decisions. Now remember, this is just a season, and the more focused you are in this season of your life of changing your career and investing yourself, the better your future is actually going to be. A lot of people need that instant gratification and want everything all at once, and that's very hard to do in this day and age. That being said, if you actually have a game plan of saying, okay, I want to get my CDL license, I know I have to work full time, and I'm willing to actually make a few short-term sacrifices to get long-term success, then you have the right headspace. The next thing that you can actually do also is communicate with your employer. So depending on the employer that you have or the culture of the company that you're in, this might be an easy thing to do or a hard thing to do. That being said, what does that look like? You can say, hey, I'm going to school to try to get my CDL license, or I have other opportunities to kind of learn a little bit better to be more valuable for this company itself. Any way we can switch our schedule around. So maybe you can actually start moving your schedule at your full-time job to help you come to a school on a part-time basis itself. And at the end of the day, it never hurts to ask something. The biggest thing and the biggest fear is going to be like, well, if he knows I'm going to get a CDL license, he knows I'm going to quit, which means why is he going to do anything for me? If you've been a good, loyal employee and you've moved the needle and you're an impressive individual on the team, I'm sure there's always a deal that could be made on how you can move and maneuver some of your priorities around. As long as you're responsible, you can get things done. The next thing that you definitely have to focus on is going to be being able to study on the go, right? So because you're only going to be limited in the class because you're only coming to school on a part-time basis, you need to be able to immerse yourself sometimes. So that means you want to be able to choose a school that has online training incorporated with their actual curriculum. Here at Driving Academy, we actually have our own student portal, which means all of our students have 24/7 access to log in anytime they want and go through the training modules, which means we can train you on how to pass the pre-trip inspection, train you on different parking skills, train you on the road driving, shifting. That's all the physical hands-on stuff. We can teach you the theory piece of that. We can also train you on how to pass the permit exams as well. So the general knowledge, the air brakes, the combination vehicle, all that stuff can be done on your own time, at home, whenever you want, 24/7. And the main reason why you want to be able to study on the go is because you understand you kind of come in 1 or 2 days a week, and the worst thing that you can actually do is study and kind of get some momentum, and all of a sudden you're not doing that skill set for another 7 days. And by the time next week comes, you might have to start off in the beginning again, and that can be very, very frustrating. So understanding that the more you immerse yourself, the more you start understanding, especially when you're not home. Easiest thing that a lot of our most successful students do is they'll just play a video on their CarPlay or something like that, or hook up their phone to their car audio while they're driving, and they'll just be listening to the pre-trip inspection or listening to some of the training videos. So they're always becoming immersed, so it makes it so much easier, so you're not losing any of the momentum, right? Because the most important thing out of all is going to be to stay focused and and stay consistent. Our students who actually stay consistent, even on a part-time basis, if they commit to 2 days a week and they continue to show up 2 days a week, no matter what's happening outside in their life, they're the ones who are able to get in and get out as smooth as possible. The students who are not consistent, those are the students who kind of start and then stop, and then start and then stop again, and then it takes a lot longer for them to actually get their CDL license, assuming that nothing crazy happens. Because we all know this, the longer you wait for something to happen, some crazy event's going to happen in your life, and that's going to pull you away from your dreams. Staying committed, staying focused, and staying consistent would be the most successful tips and tricks that you need in order to actually get yourself a CDL license and change the entirety of your future. So if you actually need help and you're working full-time, we fully respect that. All you need to get started with us is $500 down, and then we can work out an interest repayment plan for the rest. And for more information, check out our website, cdldrivingacademy.com. Again, cdldrivingacademy.com. Find a location near you, and we're definitely here to help you out. Thanks. Have a great day. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like it, make sure you hit that like button. Also, subscribe to our channel. It's really going to help us out. Click on that button. And if you want to continue yourself on your road to freedom, here's more videos to watch. There's endless amounts. Hopefully we get to see each other one day very soon. Thanks.